How I discovered my wife's 3-year affair while having a dead bedroom, a 25-year marriage, Unraveled.
My wife, 42, and I am 44, have been married for 19 years. We have been together for 25 years. We have 3 great kids under the age of 14. In 2015, she lost her mother to cancer, and in 2016, her father to cancer. This sends her into a deep depression. For the following 2 years, I took care of the kids while she worked. Dead bedroom starts during this time. Nothing makes her happy. Now, because she doesn't talk to me, I start playing video games when the kids go to bed. After 2 years, she starts coming out of her depression. She talks more and wants to do stuff with the family. We start being physical again. This went on for a year, then I lost my father. This sent me into a depression because we were very close. Like my wife, I closed myself off to her. I started playing video games more, and I ignored my wife. I never stopped saying I love you or giving hugs or take her out. We start sleeping in different rooms because our son had a medical condition where we had to keep eye on him at night. So I slept in his room. I moved my Xbox in there and played video games for a couple of hours till I fell asleep. Then COVID happens. My kid's school goes remote, and my wife started working from home. My wife's job required her to start looking for supplies to reopen her business when the restrictions stops. She starts working closely with another member of her company. After a few months, she starts being distant and stops communicating with me. I try to keep telling her I love her and buying small gifts to show my love and appreciation. We decided that 2021 school we would keep our kids at home to remote learn because our son had a serious medical condition. I was so busy with kids' school, I really didn't notice the distance getting worse until much later. Dead bedroom starts again. Then in the summer, our 2021, I start to work for Lyft because we needed extra money. I worked on the days she works from home so she could be close to our son's school. In the fall of 2021, I picked up this lady from the airport and drive her to her hotel downtown. During this ride, she talks to her female friend on the phone about her meeting her AP to have sex, because they are both in town for business. She said her husband at home with kids and is playing video game. They haven't had sex in over a year. He is too busy to know she's cheating. I start thinking this sounds like us. So I started being more affectionate and more loving. I'm already a loving and affectionate person. Nothing distance is getting worse. I write a letter telling her I love her, and I know there is distance between us. I want to work it out, but she has to willing to work on us. She said she will try to be better. For the next year, she shows hardly any affection and doesn't want sex because her depression pills given her no sex drive. We barely hold hands, don't say she loves me unless I say it first. When we are in the car together, she sleeps so she doesn't talk. D-Day was May 4th of this year. My wife went into the office. I went to work and I was texting her during the day, no response. Then she finally called me and I tell her I have been texting her all day. She tells me she never got my text because of the signal in her office. She has Google Chat, so I will message her there. It will show up on her work computer. No responses. She gets home and after we put the kids to sleep, she takes a shower. This is where I finally broke down and checked her phone. Now May 4th is a big Star Wars day. May the 4th be with you. So I check her texts from me. True, she didn't get them until she left the office. I check Google Chat. This is where I found her cheating. She woke up this day and messaged him on Google Chat all the May the 4th gifts. I am a Star Wars fan also. Did I get one? Absolutely not. So I checked all their messages and the affair has been going on for almost 3 years. There was tons of I miss you and I love you. I feel so stupid. I am completely devastated. This guy's moved to Kansas in 2020 but comes into office 1 week a month since he works remote the other weeks. I guess when they would have Zoom meetings with each other to get their business open, he began to flirt. In the past, guys would flirt with her, she would shot them down. This guy's wasn't as handsome as me. I'm not 10, I have a little dad bod. Maybe I'm a 6'7", he was a 4. She began to flirt back then, they would go to lunch together. Then the lunches turned to go into his hotel room for lunchtime sex and tell me she had work late to have more sex. I even saw a text to her friend saying the sex wasn't better. She just craves the attention. So I shot everything to myself. I didn't say anything. I was having surgery in the summer and needed her help. After surgery, we had decided to move closer to family. She barely helped me look for houses. I checked her phone again in October. I guess the relationship came to an end in June before my surgery. He was mad that she was taking time to care of me and the kids. I was wondering why she became more affectionate and loving and wanting to have sexy time with me after I healed. Last week we got a huge argument because she started being distant and wasn't communicating again. So I yelled and told her I knew she cheated with a coworker. She denied and said I was overreacting. And then I shoved the evidence in her face. Then she stops yelling and putting me down and started crying. I just left and went to my sister's house. I came back home to be with the kids for Christmas. Then I will leave again. I told her I am filing for divorce after the new year. She cried and asked who will drive her to work and pick her up. Who will help her with the kids? I told her to ask Appy. Then she starts crying more, saying we can work it out, do marriage counseling. I will seek full custody when I file the divorce paperwork, also alimony and child support. 25 years I feel is wasted.
Subscribe.